Hello, beautiful people. Now, as we approach 3 weeks without Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, um, it's kind of I think a lot of people will settle into this new reality that he's no longer here. Um, it still doesn't feel real, but it's also like it's settling in it for me. I must admit, and as much as I don't want to accept that reality, you kind of have no choice. So with that comes what could have been the what ifs, the rivalries we didn't get, the matches we didn't get, the storylines we didn't get to finish to tell, and all of this and that. And we have these legends who are giving Bray Wyatt his flowers, and it's beautiful to see. I wish he was here to see him because I'm sure that's something that meant a lot to him to see, the people who have paved the way for him give him his flowers. There's a 35-minute video on WWE YouTube channel if you haven't seen it. If you're still struggling with this or just need something to be inspired by, like there is a 35-minute video just of people talking about Bray Wyatt. Just when I say people who worked with him, I would assume spent majority of his adult life with, because remember he was only 36 when he passed away. About at least 10 years, bare minimum 10 years in the wrestling business. So he started at 25, Um, he's known these people since 25 years old at least. And also he's a third generation wrestler, so I'm sure he knows a lot of these people and grown up and seek their admiration in some form of fashion. And it's nice to know that he got it. One person who specifically is coming out recently has come out and said that he was the next one, and he should have beat Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. Kevin Nash, Diesel. I'm not calling him by his other name. Y'all can do that, but I'm gonna be honest. His opinion all the time doesn't necessarily align with mine. But I have to agree with him on this one. Um, Bray Wyatt definitely should have beat Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. The time wasn't right. I like in hindsight, and it's easy to say that in hindsight. But back in that time, 2015, after Undertaker just came back from whatever happened in that Brock Lesnar match, I know he was real beat up at that time. Bray Wyatt should have won, but Undertaker kind of needed it. Even though he needed to be on his way out, he wouldn't retire till 5 years later. But that was kind of, you know, Undertaker should have been retired within 3 to 4 years maybe of losing the streak, maybe even shorter than that, because that match I've never watched it fully because it's just knowing what I know now, it wasn't a beautiful thing. Like it wasn't not a beautiful thing. It's not even it's not a pretty sight, you know. If because I grew up with the streak, I grew up with the WrestleMania streak. Every match was a banger, you know. We got the two back-to-back Shawn Michael matches, and then we got the two back-to-back Triple H matches, and he got really beat up in those Triple H matches because one was a no holds barred, then the next was a Hell in a Cell match, and then the match at 29 with CM Punk wasn't like the two previous matches with Triple H, but it was also still like he got a announce table spot. He got real beat up in that match as well, so you know, it pretty much led up to WrestleMania 30, in which he got just beat up by Brock Lesnar. And you're not supposed to get beat up in professional wrestling, but you know that's just he was very old and he kind of went out bad at WrestleMania 30. So I see at the time why he won against Bray Wyatt, but in hindsight, that would have been so huge for Bray Wyatt. But Bray Wyatt eventually got his moment earlier this year, I believe. I believe it was earlier this year because it was right before the Royal Rumble where Undertaker basically passed the torch to him. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It was kind of only so much that he. Maybe it wasn't a passing of the torch at this point. It was. We could look at it as Undertaker giving him his flowers, because it was, if Bray Wyatt has the torch, where is it now? And that sounds kind of harsh, but it's just kind of the timeline of things of this reality. So I wish Bray Wyatt could have, took that torch of great characters, because though that is what separates the Bray Wyatts and the Undertakers from the John Cenas and the Rocks and stuff, because they are playing characters, So, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Do y'all agree with Kevin Owens? Do y'all think Bray Wyatt was next up? And just, just keep him, just try to keep his memory alive, man. I miss him, but, he's never gone unless you forget about him. So, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a beautiful night or day whenever you're seeing this. Make somebody smile today, tomorrow, wherever you're seeing this. But yeah, sub the act. Peace.